My name's Robert. I own a car with my brother Stuart, who's over there.
Robert, it's a lovely car. I haven't heard of the Sports Satellite before.
It's part of what Plymouth called the Belvedere range. So there was a model called the Belvedere, but that was the base model. And it's very similar to the Roadrunner. There's a Roadrunner a bit further down from the same year, so you could compare it to that one. The Roadrunner was sold more to attract to the younger buyer as a more sporty, low-cost option. The top of the range was the GTX, but in between was the Satellite and the Sports Satellite.
And what year would this be?
1969.
Okay. And what was its main competition? What was it competing against in that time?
Well, within the Chrysler group, obviously there was the Dodge Charger as well, they competed with. Plymouth and Dodge were going head-to-head for sales. Ford, but Chevrolets and Fords was probably their popular cars were Mustangs and Camaros, but they were slightly smaller.
Yeah. And what's the engine?
Well, it was originally sold with a 318, which we bought it with 318 cubic inches, which is 5.9 litres. But we fitted a 440 cubic inch, which is 7.2. After a couple of years after we bought it.
Okay.
It's a bit more befitting to the size of the car, really.
How long have you had it?
39 years.
Good gracious me.
So
Wow.
I was a whippersnapper at 23 when I bought it. I think friends were getting into it at the time. There was the Chelsea Cruise was a big thing that we used to go to, and even if you like Ford Escorts or Triumph Heralds, but there was also American cars and hot rods. And it was some of our friends were getting into it at the time, and we liked the scene. So
yeah,
that's how we got into it. Really,
you and your brother bought it together.
Yeah.
Which is very brave, actually.
Yeah,
in ways.
And keeping it for that long as well.
So, what have you had to do to it over the years?
Oh, I think everything's been done really. The bodywork was done in 1990, so that was gone through because it was a bit rusty when we got it.
Okay.
So all the rust was removed with repair panels fitted, and then gradually we've done other bits like the engine and the interior. A couple of times the engine's been changed.
Okay. And it's had a full respray in recent years?
No, 97 it was resprayed, so it's the same paint from. Yeah, there's a few marks, but it's only because it gets garaged all the time. But obviously,
proportions-wise, she's absolutely right, isn't she?
Yeah.
It's a very comfortable.
Yeah, people do say it's a big car. Especially if we break down and we need to get a recovery. You have to wait hours for a recovery vehicle, but really it's not much bigger than a SUV, certainly no heavier anyway.
No. But it's the two-door
size,
rather than the four-door.
They did four-door versions, but they don't look right, because they're two small doors.
It's a lovely looking car. Thank you very much for bringing it today. Have you been here before?
Yeah, lots of times.
You have? Are you a member?
Yes.
Great. Yeah.
I'm joined by regulars at Brooklands, Alan and Carol. Carol's hiding. She's gone camera shy over there. So, Alan, you brought your Corvette along today.
Yes.
You had a choice of American cars to bring. Why did you choose the Corvette?
A lot of Mustangs here today, so we thought we'll bring something a bit different. Quite rare, the Corvette C7.
And the Diamond T's got issues.
The Diamond T needs some fettling, let's say. Yeah.
And the hot rod's been out a few times.
Hot rod was out yesterday.
So you thought you'd bring the Corvette.
C7.
So tell us about your Corvette.
So it was first registered in Germany. It was bought by a chap who changes cars every 2 years, but he always buys them full spec and then always changes them after 2 years. Then he really regretted selling this one. We found out later on. A lovely chap. So it's got the upgrade of leather. You can see it's got a body kit. Mm-hmm. It's also got the sport upgrade, so it's 460 brake instead of 430. And it is just a beautiful car to behold, really. It's a little red Corvette. Well, maybe not so little.
And do you play that when you're driving it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And is it quick?
Yeah, it's very quick, but it's surprisingly also economical if you want to do touring with
Yeah?
it will do. It shuts down half of the engine, so it only runs on 4 cylinders, and it does 35 miles to the gallon.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
What's the handling like? Because
Handling is
American
good.
cars are not known for going around corners.
yeah, no. So this has got a magnetic ride, so you can set different modes. It starts in economy mode, and then it goes through touring, sport, and track. And the nice thing about that is it adjusts the suspension according to the mode. So if you want to drive around, in full sport mode, it's perfectly safe to do so. It's got all the usual ABS, traction control, and so on. But it will literally hug the road. It goes around corners like very few other American cars.
Brilliant. How does it compare to the Lamborghini?
It's different. The Lamborghini is more of an event. This can be a beautiful cruise, but it can also be a snarling V8 monster. So it's got somewhere in between. You can go between economy and an out and out fast car. Lamborghini just likes to go fast.
So it's a good all-rounder.
Yeah, you could beautifully tour in this. It's just got loads of space, which the Lamborghini hasn't.
Could you run it as a daily driver? Would you?
No.
You wouldn't?
No,
Why not?
I'm too precious about it.
Yeah.
It's just it's too beautiful to track, and it's too.
But you could if you weren't
could.
worried about leaving it in Tesco's car park.
That's right. If
Other
you didn't have
supermarkets are
OCD like
available.
me, you could definitely do that.
Yeah. Lovely. Thank you very much for bringing it
More
on
than welcome,
and continuing to support Brooklands.
of course.